opinion, the deepest bench in the league. I think they have the greatest chance to win. I just do not see a way this team loses 4 times in Orlando.
Got the juice, I got the juice. 10-0, Chatham's on. Foolies glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm home.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. As many of you know, the NBA is finally coming back in less than 2 weeks. The NBA has forced all teams into the NBA bubble. All players and team personnel are tested regularly for the coronavirus and have been given wristbands to monitor their health. Under these circumstances, it leaves the door wide open for teams to take advantage of the even playing field and possibly take home the Larry O'Brien Trophy. In this video, I'm going to talk about my 4 NBA teams to win the championship heading into the bubble. All right, coming in at number 4, I have the Houston Rockets. The Rockets currently have the 6th seed in the standings and would match up against the Denver Nuggets. The Houston Rockets, being led by James Harden and Russell Westbrook, to test the mentality of underdogs. The NBA stripping the meaning of home court advantage by playing in a neutral site with no fans. It helps the Rockets strictly focus on basketball. Now, with a stacked West with teams such as the Lakers and Clippers, it eliminates the having to play on the road. Another huge factor is James Harden and Russell Westbrook are finally rested. One similarity that both of these former MVPs have in common is that they both have had to will their franchises into the playoffs. By the time they have entered the playoffs, both of these superstars are tired and worn out. That is why Russell Westbrook has not made it past the first round since Kevin Durant left. And James Harden is known for having horrific playoff performances because of fatigue. With both of these superstars combining their talent, James Harden averaging 34 and Westbrook averaging 27 points per game, along with the significant amount of rest, I truly believe they have a high chance of hoisting the trophy. Coming in at number 3, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the Bucks are a team that people have seemed to have written off because of the Giannis and their collapse last season in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were up 2-0 to the eventual NBA champ, the Toronto Raptors, but lost control and looked very vulnerable the rest of this series. Though this year, the Bucks are one of the few elite teams having brought back virtually the same roster. The reigning MVP looks stronger than ever, but the bench is really where I see it stand out from. The reigning MVP looks even stronger this year. The bench is really what stands out for me. They, along with the Clippers, spoiler alert.
Oh, you motherfucker. Okay.
Are the deepest teams in the league. I think that with Kawhi moving to the West, it opens up the whole East just for the Milwaukee Bucks, because I feel that they have inferior competition, with the 76ers struggling to find chemistry in year 4 of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, and then Jimmy Butler with a bunch of young Bucks in Hero and Kendrick Nunn. You know, I feel like the East is just built for the Bucks this year, you know. Now, moving on to number 2, I have the Los Angeles Lakers. Normally, I would have them number 1, but because of the circumstances, they have fallen 1 spot from my rankings. Now, I know all the people watching this video are going to say never doubt LeBron in the playoffs. I understand that with 8 straight finals appearances to never doubt him, but this year I have convincing evidence. This year, the Lakers heading to the bubble were the hottest team in the league before the global pandemic. They had just beat the Clippers and Bucks in a 2-day span and were starting to look unstoppable. Since then, though, they have had to reclaim that chemistry since losing a key piece in Avery Bradley due to his young child being at high risk because of health concerns. Now, I totally respect that. I wish him and his family the best. This pandemic is serious. It's affecting everybody, so I respect his decision. Though he was their 3rd best defender on the team, he was, as of late, his offense was just putting them over the hump against these top teams. Next, with the latest injury of Rajon Rondo, within the past week, he has had a hand injury that will keep him out for 6 to 8 weeks. Now, Rondo is known for his play in the playoffs, giving to his nickname of Playoff Rondo, which I have first-hand experience with when he was with the Chicago Bulls back in 2017 with D. Wade, Jimmy Butler. Like, that was special until he got injured. But anyways, the Lakers have added some talent with former NBA champion and LeBron's former teammate, J.R. Smith. Though I believe because of the fact that they're essentially back to square one and trying to figure out lineups, along with the tougher Western Conference, they are second on my list. But one factor I do think that might put them over the hump is because of Kobe.
You love me and Kobe when you make the Lakers. Do you realize everybody in the world fucking hates the Lakers?
Now everybody knows that the late Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna passed, along with the other passengers on board. I feel that they're going to be more mentally focused, but in terms of on the court, I feel that the Lakers have a tough road ahead of them, and this might be even too much for LeBron to handle. Now, heading into number 1, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. For Lakers fans, especially like myself, this has to be weird because for so long the Clippers have been such an irrelevant franchise. With the additions of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard added to an already stacked lineup, these two just complete the puzzle. A head coach with championship experience in Doc Rivers, and in my opinion, the deepest bench in the league, I think they have the greatest chance to win in Orlando. The defense this team plays, so sound with players like Pat Bev, Montrezl Harrell, and even the recent addition of the former Chicago Bull Joakim Noah. Players on this team, they know their role and they know who the scorers are. They even have the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest sixth man possibly in Lou Will. I just do not see a way this team loses 4 times in Orlando. Though, with that being said, this championship will definitely be the toughest because of the mental toughness that it brings by being trapped away from your friends and your family for 3 months plus. You know, this is my opinion. I got these 4 teams I'm riding with to win it. So yeah, I would say leave your comments on who your favorite team is. But yeah, this is I will do a second part to this video. Once these 8 games are done, I will do a recap of the updated standings in case there have been injuries. But yeah, I just wanted to give a brief introduction to who I'm riding with, my top guns heading into Orlando.